The movie begins with Kid, a small kid, lives in a tragic city with his mom and more youthful sister Mina. Kid and Mina frequently play arcade games and draw outlines of their future. The city is managed by the Vander Koy family Gideon, Melanie, Melanie's significant other Glenn, and the top of the family, Hilda. One time each year, Hilda accumulates 12 individuals from the city to take part in the winnowing, where every one of the 12 are killed on live TV. Hilda accumulates Kid, Mina, and their mom and shoots Mina and their mom, killing them, however leaves Kid for dead. He was decided to take part in the choice of Hila, who was the person who got through his family being killed before his eyes, and he was as yet harmed. Indeed, he was passed on to bite the dust in the forest, yet he was lucky to have a phantom specialist who came to see him and mended him, despite the fact that he could get by. However, with the injury and the serious impacts, he got his ears squeezed and couldn't represent the remainder of his life, and his mind was barely recalled. In any case, assuming something in his mind was the qualification among him and his sister, and from that point on, the Phantom starts to rehearse the battling abilities to inspire him to eat that apparition. As a result of the scan, he can't bear it. Years after the fact, a completely developed Kid keeps preparing with the shaman, with expectations of getting payback and continually daydreams Mina. In the city, Kid sees Glenn and Gideon show up to gather together the casualties for that year's separating. Subsequent to being bugged by a lady in the group, Glenn unintentionally shoots a regular citizen, setting off a slaughter because of June 27, the Vanderkai's implementer. Kid follows them in the storage compartment of Gideon's vehicle to a distribution center, where he is gone after by Glenn and a few of his men. Kid kills the men and gets to know a hostage named Basho, who he investigates Glenn with. Glenn uncovers that Hilda has a gathering before the winnowing consistently and offers to help them, yet is killed when Basho incidentally drops a bad habit he is clutching Glenn's head. Basha takes Kid to meet the obstruction, yet finds that everyone has been killed by the Vanderkoys with the exception of one part named Benny. The three slip into the estate and Kid advances toward Hilda's lounge area, where he accidentally executes an imitation of Hilda. June 27 battles. He was by all accounts to benefit, so he removed the Kid's cap and afterward uncovered that she was a lady whose face was so lovely, losses and catches Kid. Gideon uncovers that he wishes to help Kid. Hilda has made the separating to shield herself from the shaman. Kid has been living in a shelter for a really long time, carelessly killing honest people, despite the fact that the lawbreakers have been all cleared out. Melanie takes Kid to the winnowing, and Kid utilizes a surgical blade given to him by Gideon in Confidential to free himself. Rejoining with Basho and Benny, an enormous fight results, during which Benny penances himself to safeguard Kid and Basho is mortally injured. Kid executes Melanie and advances toward Hilda's fortification along with Basho, where Kid is so centered around killing the watchman that he misses Basho capitulating to his injuries. Kid finds Gideon, having been shot by Melanie, who gives him a vital card to the lift down to the fortification. The visualization of Mina asks Kid not to kill Gideon, but rather Kid executes him and the mind flight vanishes. In the lift, Hilda faces Kid through a camera and mouthpiece. Kid shows Hilda a drawing by Mina, shocking her into requesting the watchman outside to remain down. June 27 takes Kid to Hilda, where Kid sees artistic creations of the Vanderkoy family, which incorporate him and Mina. Hilda uncovers that Kid is her child and that he effectively took part in killing protesters, including the shaman's whole family. At the point when Kid would not shoot the shaman and escape, the shaman caught him, disfigured him, and utilized LSD and mental torment to twist his psyche, causing him to accept that Hilda killed his loved ones. June 27 is uncovered to be Mena, who is as yet alive. In shock, Kid can offer Hilda any hints of fondness, and she arranges June 27 Mina to kill him just for her to cut Hilda in the head with one of her axes. Siblings fight their direction through the leftover gatekeepers prior to being faced by the shaman. The three have an extensive and ruthless battle before Kid powers the shaman's honed jewelry into the shaman's. He experiences a ton of difficulty, so he can cut his neck. However, he can hardly hold on until the last time he winds up dead killing him. Kid and Mina, both draining plentifully, leave the fortification. A flashback shows the two playing the arcade game, where the voice declares player 2 has entered the game.